I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. If you want to help people, don't let people.
So you think that's a fake story when they said that America was built on black people's backs?
Yes, it is.
So what if they show evidence? What about your ancestors, Pastor? What about your ancestors? What would they say?
About what?
About what you're saying. Your ancestors. Where's your family from?
My grandfather's name is Charlie Patterson. He was born in 1863. That's the year of the Emancipation Proclamation that Abraham Lincoln ordered all slaves were set free. However, we were living in rural North Carolina. The Civil War ended in 1865. And at that point, legislatively, because of federalism, all nations had to set their slaves free. My grandfather, Charlie Patterson, was born a slave. I'm 78 years of age. He died at the age of 94. When I was 6 years old, I walked through the cotton fields of North Carolina, holding the hand of my grandfather, who was born a slave. I've actually touched the hand of a man that was a slave. I lived as a sharecropper for 18 years in rural North Carolina, picking cotton, cropping tobacco. All of my ancestors did basically the same thing. They're proud of me, what I've made of myself. First of all, I used to have a lot of hate for white folk or misunderstanding for white folk. It led me to crime. That misunderstanding led me to the chain gang in Florida, put me in jail, trying to get back at white folk. Listen to all the rhetoric of Rap Brown, Stokely Carmichael, Dick Gregory, that whole crowd that said we built America, white man owns us. I listened to that, and it put me in jail. It caused me to desert my children and my family's children for years. But inside jail, I found Jesus, and he told me the truth that I'm telling you. It's the thing that everybody has said out here today that sends black people to jail every damn day. And until we stop this lie, until we stop it, we're going to fill up the prisons. We're going to fill up the homeless shelter. We got to stop this lie. Thank God I got saved from that nonsense about the white man. There's not another person on this planet that you know of that held the hand of a slave. My grandfather and I walked the fields together. There's no person that you know has been in sharecropping. You have no idea what that is. I do the life of what I live, the picking cotton. So when you roll up on me, you're not rolling up on an amateur. I've walked through some of the toughest prisons in America, from Dannemora to Union Correctional Facility in Rayford, Florida. I'm nobody's chump. Not hardly that way. And I will never, ever stop telling people the truth. Even though they walk away and curse me and hate me, I know that the truth will ultimately set them free, the way I got set free. So if you ask me what do they think about me, what do you think they think about me? I've done a lot. Imagine coming from the chain gang and going to the mayor's office, or even having the audacity to think that I can. Who do you know has risen at that level? Except maybe Malcolm has done something.
Watch it.
Who do you know that built a building like this spiritually after being on the chain gang? Let me say something to you. The chain gang experience is so demoralizing. When you go through the prison system with all the homosexuality, all the brutality, and on that chain gang, it demoralizes you. You feel you're less than a man. To regroup yourself again and try to restructure your life after living such an existence, very few people accomplish that. Very few people accomplish that. So when I was in prison, Jesus didn't come because he loved me. He came to save me. Jesus came not to tell me he's a nice guy. He came to tell me that I deserted my children, that I'm less than a man for having deserted my children, left my wife to pay rent, take those children to babysit while she went to work. Jesus came to tell me the people I robbed and stole from. Jesus came to tell me the women I abused, had sex with them, threw them out my bed, had sex with another one. Jesus came to tell me what an awful person I was. He didn't come to tell me about love. That bitch don't know nothing. She don't know nothing about nothing. You need to help, not hurt. We are in a mass, if you will, brainwashing system that is creating more homelessness than you've ever seen in the history of America. We built America. The black man did this. Jesus is love. No. All right, sir. You got it. You good? Hey, Mondami, what's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
James Manning.
When you go into that voting booth on the 4th of November here in the New York City mayoral election, and when you go in there, whose name you're going to print in the write-in section? Whose name you're going to print in the write-in section on the ballot, Mondami? Who you going to print? Whose name?
James Manning.
Hey, Mondami, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Whose name you're going to print on the write-in section on the ballot on November 4th here in the New York City mayoral election?
James Manning.